Do you guys remember Spore? That quirky little game made by EA in 2008? Well, I'm about to tell you, it's probably one of the funniest and most deranged phenomenons that ever originated from a video game. But for that, we need some context first. For those of you that don't know it, Spore is a game belonging in a multitude of categories. It's an action, role-playing, real-time strategy, colony simulator, story-driven sci-fi adventure. Our goal throughout Spore is to guide an entire civilization through their journey of evolution over billions of years divided in a multitude of stages, each with a different type of gameplay. The first stage is the cell stage. This is it, our humble beginnings. We as players take control of a singular celled organism which we guide around in a semi-3D environment across a 2D flat surface. Our objective here is rather simple: eat plant matter or chunks of meat and grow in size while avoiding predators. Grow large enough and now you can evolve your cell, making it into a herbivore, a carnivore or an omnivore, while giving it various body parts to swim faster, protect itself or hunt other cells. You can already see the game puts heavy accent on character customization, which is essentially the main selling point of this game. Once the cellular stage is over and we've grown large enough, we can finally evolve further, grow legs and evolve into a fully fledged animal living on land. Now, the thing is, we are not alone here. We are not the only cells that evolved into animals. There is more, far more than you could imagine. In fact, Spore brings a great variety in terms of creatures that we can meet and how we interact with them. It's entirely up to us. If we build ourselves as a vegetarian and perhaps social creature, we can attempt to befriend other creatures by singing, dancing, and generally mimicking their social behavior. If we build ourselves as a predatory carnivorous creature, endowed perhaps with claws and horns and sharp teeth, we can hunt other creatures and feast on their flesh. Or maybe we're an omnivorous social creature and we do a little bit of both. Nevertheless, whether we choose to befriend or hunt other creatures, this will allow us to gain DNA points which we can spend to evolve our creature further. Evolve the creature long enough and now we have gained proper sentience. The next stages from here on are rather irrelevant to the point of this video. I'm not going to go in detail because there's dozens of videos that have done that already and this is not the point of this video. But in short, after the creature stage, we have the tribal stage, where our creatures start forming a tribe and become smart enough to use tools. Afterwards, the civilization stage begins, where the game turns into a real-time strategy experience, where we have to fight others of our own, either through war, religion, or money, in order to fully conquer and unify the planet. And the final stage of Spore is where the game reboots and starts up Stellaris instead. So, now that you have context as to what Spore is, it's time to talk about the phenomenon that Spore created, which was dubbed by the community as Spore. What is Spore exactly? Well, remember how I mentioned the multitude of creatures within Spore, especially in the creature stage? Now, there is something else that needs to be mentioned. Before the release of the game Spore, EA had actually released another game called Spore Creature Creator. The Spore Creature Creator was a standalone version of Spore released in June 2008, and it allowed players to access the Creature Creator menu from the full game, allowing people to create their own creatures and upload them to a site called the Sporepedia. The Sporepedia is a site which essentially holds every creature created and uploaded, holding currently at the moment over 190 million total creations. Users can download creations from the Sporepedia and they will be added to their own game. The Sporepedia was essentially a galactic compendium for the game, holding onto everything that was ever created and grouping it into this one big encyclopedia available for everyone to browse. In fact, while the Creature Creator was released on the 17th of June in North America, by the 24th, users had already uploaded over 1 million creatures to the site. In fact, during EA's E3 2008 presentation on the 14th of July, William Wright, the co-founder of Maxis, the company that developed Spore, later on becoming part of EA, humorously noted that Spore players had done God's work at 38% efficiency by creating the same number of currently known species on Earth at the time, 1,589,000, in 18 days, compared to God doing it within 6 days. By the time Spore had fully released on the market, allowing people to also play with their creations, over 3 million creatures had been added already to the Sporepedia, which slowly brings us to the main subject of this video and the apparition of the phenomenon called Spore. Now, I want you to imagine this scenario. With a large multitude of people having access to a game that allowed them to create various types of creatures, what happened? I'll let you guess. A. Absolutely nothing. The results were as normal as expected. B. The Sporepedia was flooded by incredible mind-blowing creations, rivaling the genius of Michelangelo, whilst creating an evolving universe so detailed and fantastic that it would make Darwin shed tears of joy. Or C. Players started making use of the game to create and upload to the Sporepedia a multitude of creatures with large genitalia shaped like. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. Of course the answer is C. People started uploading in mass a large number of creatures depicted in a vulgar manner or engaging in the hubba hubba, giving birth, pun not intended, to the phenomenon known as Spore. I'm pretty sure you can work out where that name comes from, and if you can't, then you should probably turn off this video and go to sleep because it might be past your bedtime. The way that EA responded was simple. They started sending emails to people, creating these dubious animations, flagging their online accounts for violations of their terms of service, as YouTube itself started deleting countless videos featuring Spore. And yet, all of these efforts seemed in vain. Because, you know the internet, the more you try to hide something, the more popular it gets. And if you need proof for that, all you have to do is navigate to the YouTube search bar and simply... So yeah, this is kind of it. Personally, I can't say I'm surprised. In fact, what I'm surprised about is that EA or Maxis didn't think that this would actually happen. And at the same time, I gotta give some points to the people making these because, wow, some of those were actually really creative. But yeah, moral of the story, this is why aliens won't visit us. Because with unlimited access to the internet, a tool providing us with every possible element of knowledge we could ask for, we decided to make Spore instead. As always, thank you for watching this video. I know it wasn't much, but I hope it made you chuckle at least. I know I had my share of laughs while researching this topic. I would like, as always, to thank this channel's members for joining and supporting me and my channel directly. If you would also like to support me, you can do so through the join button down below. You can also join my Discord server if you wish. I hang in there from time to time and play video games with people. If you would like to attend as well, you are more than welcome to join. With this being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel. And now, until next time, I wish you a good night. Bye bye.